In a world that's just, well, saturated with ads, right? And all these aggressive sales pitches everywhere you look, how do you build a business that doesn't just kind of scrape by, but actually thrives, like exponentially?
Yeah, it's a huge challenge.
And the answer, it seems, isn't about having the loudest megaphone anymore. It's more about building a better magnet.
Exactly, a better magnet.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're moving past just, theory and funnels. We're actually going to deconstruct a complete operational blueprint for growth. It's something called the Community Flywheel.
Mm-hmm.
And look, this isn't just another marketing buzzword. We're talking about an organizational design. It's rooted deep in community, focused on delivering massive value and using smart automation.
Right, it's integrated.
Totally. So this deep dive, we'll be pulling from specific frameworks, actual operational playbooks, to give you a really detailed, actionable guide. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so before you even think about spending a dime on marketing, this Community Flywheel idea insists you tackle a really big, fundamental question. Why should anyone actually care about what you're doing?
That is the starting point.
Yeah.
And the answer lies in defining your massive transformative purpose, your MTP.
MTP, okay.
Think of it like your North Star. It's your why.
Mm-hmm.
And crucially, it's not just some bland mission statement you stick on a wall.
Right.
It's a purpose that's so clear, so compelling, that it doesn't just attract your ideal tribe, the people you really want to work with.
Mm.
It actively repels everyone else.
Oh, interesting. So it's about filtering, too.
Absolutely. It ensures every single thing you do is laser-focused.
Yeah.
And your community. It self-selects. You get people who are deeply aligned from the get-go.
Yeah.
It's really about building with the right people, not just, any people.
Okay, so the MTP gives you the why. But how do you take that big idea, that purpose, and translate it into like the daily interactions, the actual feel of the community? Does that just happen? Or do you need to design it?
Oh, it absolutely needs intentional design.
Yeah.
Yeah. From that MTP, you then consciously define your community culture.
Okay.
Our sources talk about using structured tools, things like character card exercises maybe, to intentionally pick the core strength, the values that are going to define your community's specific identity.
So you're deciding up front.
Exactly. You're consciously deciding who you want to build with. It's a powerful form of community architecture, really.
And this focus on community, on that specific culture, it seems like it flows naturally into a really interesting core business model, becoming a knowledge broker. What does that actually involve for someone building this out?
Yeah, the knowledge broker model.
Yeah.
Essentially, instead of trying to be the only expert, the guru on everything.
Which is exhausting.
Totally exhausting and often not credible. Instead, you become the curator, the interviewer, the person who brings in leading domain experts. Maybe think of them as your dream 100, or maybe more manageably, a realistic 25. You bring them to your audience, and the benefits for you are huge. First, you leverage the authority and the followers these experts already have.
Right. Instant credibility boost.
Exactly. Second, you provide immense, diverse value to your audience without needing to be the world's expert on 10 different things yourself. And third, you get access to world-class insights without the massive overhead of hiring, a huge full-time team.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like building an ecosystem.
That's a great way to put it. A robust ecosystem, not a solo show.
Okay, so we've got our purpose, our why. We've got this model for bringing in expertise. Now we can start looking at the mechanics, right? Starting at the top of the flywheel. The first big piece seems to be the lead magnet funnel. What's its main job? Why is it so critical?
Its job is really singular. Offer something compelling, something genuinely valuable in exchange for someone's contact details, usually an email address.
And we're not talking about just any old download.
Definitely not. This isn't about some flimsy 2-page PDF checklist that doesn't really help. A successful lead magnet, whether it's a detailed free foundational report or maybe an AI journey guide, it has to be substantial.
Okay, substantial.
Yeah, and it's crafted based on really understanding your audience's biggest, most urgent pain points. It needs to solve a specific problem for them, like right away.
So that first touch point is already delivering value.
Huge value. That commitment to delivering undeniable value right from interaction number one, that's absolutely key for building trust.
So how do you figure out those urgent pain points? How do you actually know what problems your audience is desperate to solve right now?
Oh, you listen. You listen to the market. The sources suggest some really practical ways. You can dive into Google Trends, see what topics are actually heating up.
Okay.
Browse Amazon book reviews in your niche. People pour out their problems and frustrations there. Or check out, say, Udemy course popularity. What skills are people paying to learn?
Ah, clever. So you're letting the audience basically tell you what they need.
Exactly. Instead of just guessing, you let them guide you.
Okay, makes sense. So you've crafted this amazing, valuable offer. Now you got to get eyeballs on it. What are the main ways this model suggests we attract people?
It really comes down to two main channels. First, you've got organic traffic. This is the stuff that flows naturally from your knowledge broker activities we just talked about.
Like blog posts, interviews.
Exactly. Insightful blog posts, podcast interviews you do with experts, valuable video content you share. Then there's paid traffic.
Ads.
Ads, yeah, derived from targeted advertising. Now, an effective paid ad isn't just thrown out there. It needs to clearly communicate that compelling offer we talked about, use a short, punchy headline that grabs attention, and then send people to a simple, clean, attractive landing page that's built purely for conversion.
Right. Keep it focused.
Keep it focused. One job for that page.
So think about that lead magnet again. It's like the first handshake, right?
Yeah.
What's the feeling you want to leave people with? Is it just about getting information, or is it something deeper about your generosity or expertise?
Oh, it's definitely deeper. The whole goal of this phase for you is to make a really powerful first impression. One of genuine generosity, yes, but also undeniable expertise.
Showing, not just telling.
Exactly. You're demonstrating right off the bat that you get their challenges and you're serious about providing real solutions. That generosity really sets the tone for everything else that follows.
Okay, so you've got the lead. They've experienced that initial generosity. The journey continues. The model then introduces something called the free first step mindset module funnel. Why this extra step? Why not just go for the sale?
This step is crucial. It acts as a really important buffer before you push any kind of direct sale.
A buffer, okay.
Yeah. Its main job is to build more trust and, importantly, align the lead with your core philosophy, your way of thinking, your approach. It gives them significant value, maybe through an interactive experience or a mini course.
Something engaging.
Something engaging, yeah. It effectively pre-qualifies them. Think of it like a foundational module that helps make sure you're talking to people who are already nodding along, already resonating with your ideas. That makes any offer you make later much more effective for you.
Got it. So you're warming them up, philosophically almost.
Precisely.
And then from there, you present the low-ticket offer. The sources often call this the full program. How do you make this offer just so compelling people feel they almost have to say yes?
Right. You make it irresistible by using what's sometimes called the value equation. You might know it from frameworks like 100 million offers. Basically, value equals benefits minus costs.
Benefits minus costs, okay.
Your goal is to make the perceived benefits just ridiculously overwhelming, and the perceived costs, especially the risk, seem tiny in comparison. So the decision to buy becomes, ideally, a no-brainer.
So how do you actually do that? How do you crank up the value?
There are really two main strategies here. First, stacking the benefits.
Stashing, okay.
Yeah, you bundle your core offer with a whole bunch of high-value bonuses that genuinely add to the transformation you're promising. Think access to a private community, live Q&A calls with experts, maybe extensive resource libraries.
Things that have real perceived value.
Exactly. Each one adds another layer of wow.
Yeah.
The second strategy is you obliterate the costs. Specifically, you obliterate the risk.
How do you do that? Guarantees.
Powerful guarantees, yeah. Risk-reversing guarantees that genuinely make people feel confident in the transformation you're promising. You essentially shift the burden of risk completely off the buyer and onto yourself. That makes it almost impossible for them not to give your solution a try.
Okay, that makes sense. Stack the value high, crush the risk low.
You got it.
So the moment someone clicks buy on this low-ticket offer, what happens next in this community flywheel system?
Instantly, they get access. They enter an automated members area. This streamlines everything: content delivery, access to all those bonuses you stacked. It should be seamless.
Yeah.
And at the same time, a carefully designed, nurturing email sequence kicks in. But this isn't just, a few welcome emails.
All right, not just spam.
No way. It's designed to really build a relationship, guide them through their journey with the program, maybe tailor content to their specific needs or progress. The goal is to keep them engaged, make sure they feel supported, and help them actually get the result.
Okay, that automation piece sounds critical for scaling the support.
Absolutely essential.
Now, things shift a bit, right? For the members who are really engaged, really getting value, automation starts to step back a bit, and you introduce more high-touch human interaction. Usually this is through like a consultative sales call for higher ticket offers.
Okay.
Why make that pivot to human touch there?
It's all about personalization and really deepening the relationship for those folks who are truly committed and ready for the next level.
Okay.
But this high-touch interaction, it's not just a casual chat. It's highly structured, often leveraging powerful frameworks like spin selling to properly diagnose the prospect's reality.
Like spin selling. Okay, break that down.
Sure. SPIN. You start with situation questions, just understanding their current context, where they are now.
Got it.
Then, problem questions.
Mm.
You get them to articulate their specific pain points, the challenges they're facing.
Okay.
Now, here's where it gets really potent. The implication questions. This is crucial. You ask things like, what's the actual business cost? And maybe even the personal cost of not solving this problem.
Oof. Yeah, making it real.
Exactly. This step is designed to make the prospect really feel the weight of staying stuck, to recognize how severe the situation is. It makes the need for a solution undeniable.
Wow. Okay.
And finally, need payoff questions. Things like, okay, so what would solving this actually be worth to you, to your business? This is where the prospect essentially starts selling themselves on the immense value of the solution you're about to offer.
That's powerful. They're articulating the value themselves.
Precisely.
But even if you do a perfect diagnosis with SPIN, objections are going to come up, right? It's natural. How does this model suggest handling those? You don't want to sound pushy, but you need to address them.
Yeah, absolutely. And empathetically, that's where another framework comes in handy. LAER. LAER.
LAER.
First, listen. Like really listen. Fully understand their concern without jumping in.
Just zip it and listen.
Basically, yeah. Then acknowledge. Acknowledge their feelings. Just saying something simple like, okay, I understand why you might feel that way, or that makes sense. It validates them.
Okay.
Now, the crucial third step, the one people often skip. Explore.
Explore.
Yeah, dig deeper. Ask questions and understand the real source, the underlying concern behind that objection. Because often the first objection they state isn't the real one.
Ah, okay. Get to the root cause.
Exactly. Only after you've explored and understood the real issue do you respond. And you respond with a tailored, relevant solution that directly addresses that deeper concern you uncovered, not just the surface objection they first mentioned.
Makes sense. Listen, acknowledge, explore, respond, LAER.
You got it.
So needs diagnosed, objections explored and handled. Now you actually present the offer. How do you do that effectively?
You use another simple but effective framework, FAB, features, advantages, benefits.
FAB. Okay.
So you outline the features, what the offer is.
Okay.
For example, you get biweekly coaching calls.
Concrete stuff.
Concrete stuff. Then the advantage is what the feature does. For example, this means you'll get personalized feedback directly from our expert coaches.
Okay.
And then most importantly, the benefits, what it actually means for you, the prospect, the specific outcome they'll get. For example, so you'll finally have a predictable, repeatable system to scale your business with confidence and clarity. You connect it directly to their desired outcome.
Features, advantages, benefits, always linking back to what's in it for me.
Always. That's what people buy, the transformation, the benefit.
And looking at this whole structured, high-touch sales process, SPIN, LAER, FAB, the goal here isn't just about closing deals and getting revenue, is it? There seems to be something else going on.
Oh, absolutely. It goes way beyond just revenue. It's fundamentally about ensuring that only the client who can genuinely be helped, the ones who are truly aligned with the purpose and the community, are actually enrolled.
So it's qualification again?
It's strong qualification, yeah.
Yeah.
This maintains the integrity of the program. It helps ensure high success rates for the clients who do join. And ultimately, that builds a stronger, more effective, more valuable community for absolutely everyone involved. It's really a filtration system just as much as it is a sales process.
Right, protecting the community's quality and effectiveness. Okay, let's zoom out for a second. We've walked through this whole system: MTP, knowledge broker, lead magnet, free step, low ticket, high ticket sales. It's not just a string of funnels, is it? It sounds like the engine of something bigger. The sources call it an exponential organization, or EXO. How does this flywheel connect to that bigger EXO concept, especially the human side of it?
That's a great connection to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's precisely the interconnectedness of all these pieces that allows for that exponential potential. Several key EXO attributes are like woven right into the fabric of the community flywheel.
Okay, like what?
Well, first off, community and crowd. They are genuinely the heart of this engine. They're not just passive consumers.
Right.
They provide invaluable feedback. They share powerful testimonials. They generate content. They effectively become your marketing department, your R&D team, even part of your support system. Their active input is absolutely essential for the whole system to grow and evolve.
So they're co-creating the value.
Massively co-creating. Then there's staff on demand. Remember the knowledge broker model? That directly relates to staff on demand. By leveraging external experts, partners, maybe even skilled members of your own community, you get access to a world-class team without the huge fixed costs of traditional hiring.
Yeah.
This gives you incredible agility and scalability.
Flexible expertise.
Exactly. Next up is engagement. This isn't an afterthought. It's designed in. Continuous two-way interaction is fostered all the way through, from those first interactive mindset modules we talked about,
Right.
to vibrant community forums, maybe incentivized participation using things like POAP tokens, proof of attendance protocol, digital tokens that prove you were there, maybe grant exclusive access later.
Oh, cool. Gamification almost.
Kind of, yeah. It deepens connection. Every step is really designed to deepen that relationship and keep members actively involved, not just passively consuming.
Okay, community, staff on demand, engagement. What else?
Two more key ones here. Interfaces and experimentation. Think of the funnels themselves, the lead magnet page, the members area. Those are the organization's interfaces with the outside world. They're how people interact with you.
Yeah.
And the way you interact is constantly being refined through experimentation. This is where things like AI-powered tools come in. Maybe you have an intelligent agent helping design funnel variations, or another one optimizing sales copy.
Like constant A/B testing, but smarter.
Exactly. Continuous A/B testing of everything from headlines to offers to button colors. It allows the system to learn, adapt, and improve in real time, making sure it stays effective even as the market shifts.
Wow, so the system itself learns and improves.
That's the goal of the EXO framework, yeah.
So it's really this incredible linking of all these parts, isn't it? The human community feeding the smart automation, which enables continuous learning. That's what creates an organization really built for that kind of continuous, adaptive, exponential growth.
It really does sound like a living system.
It is. When it works well, it feels alive.
Okay, so wrapping this up, that is the community flywheel unpacked. It kicks off with a really powerful, purpose-driven message, that MTP, defining your why.
Yep. It attracts the right people with overwhelming generosity and undeniable value right from the start with that lead magnet.
That crucial first impression.
Then it converts that crowd into a real vibrant community through a low-friction, super high-value offer.
Making it easy to belong.
It nurtures everyone inside with smart automated systems, but then ascends the most committed members through that high-touch human connection we talked about.
Right, combining the best of tech and human.
And then the magic happens, the energy, the feedback, the success stories, the growth from that thriving community.
Yeah.
It loops back and fuels the entire cycle all over again. That's what creates the potential for truly exponential growth for you.
That's the flywheel effect in action.
So if there's one single actionable thing someone listening should take away from this deep dive, what would it be?
Okay, the single most important thing. Define the core value proposition for your ideal customer. Use this powerful formula. You hear it in places like the 100 million offers framework. I want to achieve a specific goal without experiencing a specific pain or obstacle.
Okay, I want a goal without pain. Why is that sentence the key takeaway?
Because that single, clear sentence, it's the foundational seed. Everything else in your community flywheel, all the pieces we discussed, they effectively grow out of that core understanding. It distills exactly who you help, what problem you solve, and the core value you provide. Get that right, and everything else becomes much, much clearer.
The seed for the whole flywheel. Got it.
Yeah.
So here's a final thought for you to consider. What could it really look like for your vision to build a community that genuinely matters, a movement that goes beyond just selling stuff, beyond transactions, and actually becomes a force for real transformation? What would that unlock?